After many years of military campaign, Alexander found himself bedridden with fever, and the physicians were announcing there's nothing they can do to halt the fall to Hades. This happened to him as he marched home to Pella, and dreams of the possibilities of conquering the West had entered his mind. But no man can fight against the tyranny of the stars, and his last breath was to be taken among the conquered lands his might had gained him. His top generals gathered around him, beholding the now fragile man who had led Macedonia to supremacy among the Greeks, and granted the Greeks the dream of subduing their greatest foe, the barbarian empire of Persia. Alexander was only 32, and no preparations for inheritance had been made. Many believed, including Alexander himself, that such a man must be loved by the gods. And the new age, the new golden age of Alexander the Great, was beginning to sprout. But alas, it became obvious to all that the Morea had the intention to cut his thread of life, and the fateful hour was among them. One in the group of generals finally took courage and asked him what everyone was wondering: to whom will the kingdom go? The king, in pain, pauses for a moment, then musters the strength to say, to the strongest. The generals then look up at each other in silence. They had come to their king's bedside in the hopes of avoiding a civil war and receive a clear heir to the vast kingdom they had all fought together for. But instead, they were encouraged to do battle. No, not encouraged. But this was the last command of the king whom they loved: to avoid battle and allow a lesser man to take the position would be a dishonor to Alexander and discard all the years of hard toil and battle they endured. To win the struggle and become Alexander's heir would honor not only the victor, but the last command of the mighty Alexander. For 4 decades, the wars of the Diadochi, or the wars of the successors, blood-stained the now divided kingdom of Alexander the Great.